here. You're getting ready for that postseason to start, and boy, it's just a whole new game once you get there.
The pace of play steps up. It's also a really jam-packed schedule. A long grind if you're going to go far, and North York certainly has a chance to at least go a couple rounds. You think a huge hit now by the Panthers' Doug Carter as he lays out his man Mitri as he tried to exit the zone. The referee didn't like it. Looked like a pretty solid shoulder check.
Well, that's part of the thing for Pickering. A frustrating season. You certainly see some of that frustration come out in the physical play from time to time.
Doug Carter is furious and he's done. Doug Carter's got tossed into this game. That referee had heard enough.
Well, Alex, I was mentioning pregame, Doug Carter with 36 points coming into tonight. A chance with a big game to reach that 40 milestone in front of the home crowd. It looks like it'll have to wait for the game tomorrow if he is able to play then, depending what the suspension was. But that was shocking. I didn't think the hit was that bad to warrant an ejection from this game.
No, his ejection was for the verbal abuse of the official after the play at the penalty box over there. But yeah, I think that I have yet to see a signal from the referee. I'm not even sure what he called on that. Maybe interference.
Well, I saw there was a boarding call on the initial play.
Maybe boarding then it is. But yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, he does go in pretty violently to the boards there, so you can give it that. But it was to the front. You'll often see a boarding call be a blindside hit or a one where a player goes hard from behind into the boards. North York has an opportunity on the power play, but it's held onto by Paquette. And a 2-minute, so it's 2 minutes for head checking now being announced here officially, and that's interesting, not the original signal we saw.
Alex, North York, 5th ranked power play in the league, 22.3%. For Pickering, their penalty kill, 15th ranked, just a tick below 80% on the season.
So the head contact, I believe, comes with an automatic 10-minute misconduct with it. So that may be just him going to the dressing room for the period then. So Doug Carter may be back in the second. We will wait and see. Gentles breaks this play up as North York tries to break it on the power play. They had a bit of a setup going in the first bit, but ended by a stop from Paquette.
Boy, that Veliki check a couple minutes ago seems to have set off a little bit of physical play here as we see it again at the blue line.
What Veliki's known to do, he's a big body out there, and since being added by the Panthers from Coburg in November, he's added a little bit of truculence to this team, and he's been in a couple of fights since then. This Panthers team has been somewhat feared around the league. They're certainly not going to back away from any team out there.
Well, I remember a game we did against Buffalo here at the Pickering Rec Center where it was very rough and tumble. The only time they met this season, no prior history really between the two teams in terms of postseason or anything. But yet, it looked like they were old rivals. And obviously, Pickering, North York, seen each other more often the last couple seasons with the conferences having changed. But nonetheless, going at each other pretty hard here as the first period is coming to a close.
Last year, the Panthers actually took the season series 2-0 against North York. And North York was a playoff team. The Panthers were not. Only 7 returning players from that North York team that are still on the roster here. It's not too bad for an OJHL team. Usually about an average amount of turnover. Panthers again shoot the length of the ice here. Just 30 seconds left in the power play. Morgan sends it back to Tessier. Panthers get it deep. Ooh, John Hudgen blows a tire going into the boards there, but able to play the puck around the boards to Clark. North York holds it in as pinching down was Tessier. Sekelic sends it back to the point. Morgan across to the far side. Stepping in, Jeremy Zabo, the captain, on his backhand. He played it by his own man at the point. That rolls out to his own blue line to kill the rest of this penalty. Yeah, so Doug Carter, the official coming in, he got 2 and a 10 for head contact, and then he got additional misconduct for abuse of officials. And because those 2 misconducts were both 10 minutes, anytime you pick up 2 10-minute misconducts, you automatically pick up a game misconduct for 2 misconducts, and he's gone for this game. Panthers already were down 1 forward on the game sheet. They had 11 in this game with 6 defense. Now they're down to 10. Kenzie Heber chips this one into the zone. Dallas Carter goes after it on the forecheck, but it's poked away, and now speeding through center ice comes North York. Quick shot, and it's underneath the blocker. Paquette, I thought it was going to roll underneath him for a second there, but he found it. Got some help from Chalice, and he holds on.
Paquette just manages to knock that puck down and squeeze it. Like a bit of a harmless shot coming across, but just the right angle, Alex. Still scoreless here with 2:02 to go in the first period.
2 minutes to go here, Tyler. You at this point, we're about ready to wipe this first period off, and neither team needs to remember it. There wasn't much that went down. It becomes a 2-period game, which is just fine by North York, the visiting team here. Chalice around the boards to Thomas Zano, tries to chop it out to center, but cannot. Back down low it goes. North York retains possession. There's Ryan Hunt in the corner. He was AP'd last year by North York. Full member of the team this year. Backhand pass looking for Curry in the slot. He spins. Pad saved by Paquette. And is gobbled up in front by Walker Hinsenbergs.
Penalty coming here against North York.
It's like a cross-checking call. The referee thought he was going to call hooking for a second there. He checked his swing and decided to give the stick penalty.
Boy, and I don't know. I think there could
have been there might be 2.
I was going to say, I thought there could have been a couple different penalties called on that play against both teams. Looks like it'll just be the one penalty against Hunt for the cross-check, but things continue to digress out there.
Power play for the Panthers there first. North York's 0 for 1. And the Panthers win the draw down here in the Rangers' territory. Kuksis plays it down below the goal line to Scarali, then back to the middle of the point to Waldron. His shot bounces around the crease for a second, and Baguetta will slam a glove on it as Daniel Lowe is pushed away from the crease.
Nice save by Baguetta on that bouncing puck coming in. Pickering, a nice start there on the power play, cycling around the outside perimeter.
Ken Kuksis wins a bouncing puck on the draw. Gets it back to the point and shot into the corner where Daniel Lowe tries to win possession, and Scarali picks it up. Heads around to the far side, gets some room. Gives it to Lowe below the goal line. Skates in behind the net, plays it back to the point. That's not going to get to Waldron. And it's tipped out to center ice by Morgan. Final minute now, the first period. Waldron backtracks into his own zone. A little saucer pass across ice here to Kuksis. And he gets the puck back. And he enters the North York zone. Hinsenbergs pinches down the far side to hold it in. Gets it free to Lowe, who's got lots of room behind the net. Comes out front and sharp angle shot. That's stopped by Baguetta, and he finds a loose puck. He'll hold on with 32 seconds to play.
Well, speaking of the milestones hit, Doug Carter had that chance briefly earlier to reach 40 points before being ejected from this game. But the other one we want to mention, John Hudgen, 39 points so far on the season, just one away from joining Tiger McDonald, the 40-point club here on this team.
30 seconds of power play time still for the Panthers. John Hudgen, there he is. Can't win it down with his glove. North York gets it out, and now Zanette with some speed, shorthanded there, trying to make something happen. Slapped high, though, inside the Panthers zone, and they'll come away to center ice. Odd man rush. Here's John Hudgen across the line, goes back door, and Hinsenberg's had it poked away by a diving defenseman in the last second. And with 5 seconds to go, the Panthers have one more shot here. Chalice has it picked off, but no time remaining for Morgan to finish off a breakaway. And that will do it here for a relatively uneventful first period. Sees the removal of Doug Carter. 2 opportunities at each end, but both goaltenders have clean sheets. It's 0-0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes here on the Pickering Panthers radio and television network with